Thank you for joining us. I am Shane Murphy with the ManCave broadcast. I've got Eric Velez, aka Eric, from Xbox Live. You can check his gamer tag down below and see the exact correct spelling. And we're here to talk about E3. Microsoft just had their first conference, and we're going to go ahead and go over our review of it, show you some clips that we were able to download and capture from it, and talk about our general reviews. So, hope you enjoy. Here we go. First and foremost, what they had as soon as we got in was Halo. We started up. Halo was the first thing we were seeing. We got introduced to Master Chief. We got introduced to the supporting characters, and they went into a big, long part of the campaign mission that showed us a lot of the new talents, a lot of the returning ones, and some of the new graphics. Eric, what'd you think about them?
I honestly feel the multiplayer was more interesting than the actual campaign.
Okay.
And that's ultimately because ever since I've been playing Halo, I never played the campaigns really.
Okay.
Only just to get used to it, but I follow the stories to an extent. This one actually sounds pretty interesting, the fact because they don't know if Master Chief is a friend or foe. Maybe you get to choose in the campaign which is which, but I actually think the actual story, the campaign, might be something that I might jump into, but multiplayer, of course, can't beat that, and that's what got me into gaming.
So one of the big things that they show with the multiplayer, which I think is going to be their biggest number so far, was 24 people at a time. So 12 versus 12.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a lot more people than we're used to seeing. It's normally, what is the biggest, I think, is maybe 10?
6. Or back when I was playing, they have so many new ones that recently came out, but I think it was like 6 versus 6. Maybe even 10, actually.
Okay.
But the big thing, too, is that they had AIs playing in the multiplayer.
That
so
one
you
I
not
liked.
only play against player, but you're also playing AIs.
Because they were showing, they were showing Covenant mission there, or like, not the Covenant, the Precursor?
Yeah.
Or what did they get? Was it the Precursor? Is that what they were calling the game?
Which one's the...
Prometheans. No, it was Promethean technology. That's what it was. So they were showing Prometheans were in that multiplayer. Now I'm wondering if that's similar to like the modes that they would show inside of in Halo 4. They had those mission-based campaigns or the multiplayers where you had to fight against that other team, and so it was Covenant versus Spartans.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it's the same thing with this.
The elites.
Yeah. So, I really liked Halo. I thought it was a very cool look. The multiplayer for me, I felt like the graphics, they showed a dip. Now, obviously, this is a game that's not coming out until later this year, they were saying?
Yeah, November is...
Perfect. So, once they're going to be showing that, hopefully more throughout the year, probably Gamescom, we're going to see a bit more behind it. So, after that, the next thing I remember was Madden.
I don't remember seeing that.
You don't remember Madden at all?
No.
Well, they didn't show it, but they explained about it. They were talking about like Madden's coming out because they jumped into EA.
Oh, that's when it shut off.
Right, they're coming out. That's coming out August 25th, and then EA went into their EA Access Vault that they were talking about. It's their subscription-based system. It's $5 a month. And they wanted to go ahead and show off real big. They've got 12 titles in there right now, which for EA, whoa, I kind of figured they would be a little bit more. But they're showing that their entire vault of EA titles that they're adding up there are going to be able to pretty much be streamed like a PlayStation Now. And they're going to be adding Titanfall, Dragon Age Inquisition, stuff like that later. So I'm assuming right now it's probably going to be more of the sports titles.
Yeah, which I've personally never been into the whole gaming life with sports. I mean, I played like NFL Blitz.
Well, who didn't?
But
the glory days of the N64.
That was when EA was fun. I've never played Titanfall.
You haven't played Titanfall?
No, I didn't. I've heard nothing but bad things. Everybody's like, no, it's dumb, don't get it. So
incorrect.
Listen,
Titanfall's the best.
Well, it looks like I get to pay $5 a month and
you play it. So we're gonna be moving fast through these videos because we're gonna try and make it enjoyable enough for the viewership. So we're gonna give ourselves about 15 to maybe 20 minutes per video. So next up is they showed Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Now,
Love it.
Spring 2016, they didn't show any gameplay. It was all like cutscene. Now they showed a lot of the new character models off. In those cutscenes, they were showing different types of character, new abilities, stuff like that, showing it more into the future. I think it's interesting that a game like this, which is a turn-based game, it's got so much popularity. I played it before, and I do like it. But it was one of those where when I was done playing, I was done playing. Like, I just didn't feel like I needed to keep playing it. You say you haven't played it, or you've tried in the past?
Never played it.
No?
No.
Right.
It looked like one of those ads that they play and you can't really skip it until you watch the whole thing.
Okay.
There's, I don't know. I played Clash of Clans and that's pretty much it, but oh man, that took so much money. I spent so much money on that game.
So, speaking of a way of saving money, what's the main bullet point you got? The first bullet point you have on your iPad over here.
Backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility! Finally! After years and years of people asking, Xbox announces backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 games onto the Xbox One.
They should have done that a long time ago when they first launched it, but the fact that I've sold all my games for Xbox One games, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people as well, and buying all those free with gold.
Mm-hmm.
No, one's just like, nope, can't play it anyway. Now everybody's like, wow, alright, that's awesome. But that's massive. PS4 players are like, well, congrats, good job, guys.
Yeah.
And I felt that was one of the biggest things that Microsoft just dropped the mic on. It's like, well,
now,
your move.
I'm a big Microsoft guy. I love my Xbox. I respect PlayStation absolutely. And that's one thing that I felt like they took us to task on in the beginning was backwards compatibility.
They haven't done the PlayStation
They've got
conference
their
yet, did they?
No, not yet. And I'm wondering if they're spinning their wheels. Like
maybe they're gonna be like, hey, guys, we did it too,
right?
And then everything will be happy. But
and because I mean, remember the last last E3 or the one before that? I think it was 2 E3s ago, where PlayStation just ran a train on Xbox because they're like, oh, you don't need your internet connection, you don't need you can share your games, you can do all this.
Was that before they came out with PS4 and Xbox One? Because I know it was a huge battle. One of the things was like you have to have Kinect running the entire time while you're playing. And everybody's like, well,
they were saying like Xbox One and Kinect it's together. You will not be able to have them separated.
That's when everybody was like, well, PS4 it is.
Yeah.
And
PS4 won that conference. I'm really excited to see what Sony's going to bring to this show because
they have to do something.
Yeah, this was a big show for Microsoft.
A huge show. They have to do something or else. Well.
Right.
We'll see.
I agree.
I'm actually excited now thinking about it. I'm like, well,
getting all those games back. Like they were showing off Mass Effect being played, and it looked good. It looked really, really good being on Xbox One, and it's just something that I got all these games. I got this library. You know, they talked about Dishonored.
Yeah.
That was last night at the Bethesda conference mainly, but I mean they showed the definitive edition for Dishonored here, and they were like, yeah, we're going to bring it to Xbox One. And I was like, well, no, I've got Dishonored on 360 that I need to finish up. Like, now I can just play it? Like, this is fantastic. And
I think I have it bought on my Xbox 360. I think I still have a bunch of games on that, too. Would that, like, just pop up?
That's what I was wondering. Like, do games you have bought... Because I've got Fallout 3 Las Vegas, or New Vegas, on my hard drive on my Xbox 360. I've got a few other ones that are on my hard drive on the 360.
Yeah.
Will it play? Will those port over?
I hope it does. I sold my Xbox 360.
When did they say that was coming out? Holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday
well, I think they said something about the premiere or preview accounts.
Yeah. The Xbox
today.
preview guys.
They get it today.
I hate them. I hate them so much.
I can wait. I've waited 3 years already, so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
What else did you have?
Well, they threw in everything, like, instantly, the first backwards compatibility. I was like, okay, that's it. The new controllers, the Elite controllers.
The controllers looked really, really cool.
That's what I'm really interested in. I'm probably going to jump on it because I've wanted a custom controller, buttons on the bottom, the paddles on the bottom, and you don't have to take off your thumb or take your thumb off the joysticks. It's a gaming controller, which finally.
Right. Now, you know more about that than I do. I'm not familiar with the Elite controller. We're all used to the standard stuff with the buttons on the top.
Yeah.
You got triggers on the back, and then the bumpers up top.
Mm-hmm.
What was so different about the Elite having? Were those bumpers up on top? Were they gone?
No, they still have all the regular ones. They have the additional buttons on the bottom. So, like, say when you're playing, you don't have to take off your thumb off the joystick to jump. Hit A or B.
Okay.
And you actually can customize it to do whatever you want. So if I want the B button to be on my ring finger, I can, or my middle finger, I can. You could switch it up and pretty much set all you need. But it's so you can just keep running, jump. It's hard to get used to, but instead of me going online and spending $150 for a controller like that, I'll probably spend $130
Right.
on one that they have there. But yeah, that's going to be big, especially for Call of Duty and any first-person shooter.
Right. And with the Call of Duty, with those first-person shooters, Halo, stuff like that, they also mentioned along the vein of backwards compatibility that you were going to be able to start playing multiplayer with Xbox 360 guys.
That's huge.
Not only cross-compatibility for your games, but multiplayer as well. So, I mean, they just opened up their multiplayer system entirely.
Yep. And I hope you can tell the differences, see who's playing what.
Yeah.
Just so you can just troll them even more.
Like they've got like a little baby bib or something for 360 guys.
Just like an old person, just like I'm on the older one. But I
what do I do? Little canes, like walkers. Shit. Master Chief's got a walker and he's shooting an assault rifle at the same time.
That'd be perfect. I wish that'd be perfect, or a little icon somewhere. But personally, I think it's an amazing idea. I think it might almost be too late. It's been a while. There have been me, my roommate, other friends. Slowly, I got Xbox One. Oh, sorry, I can't play with you.
Right.
And then they'll play, I just saved enough to get an Xbox One, and everybody's doing the same thing. So, there's still people out there that use Xbox 360 for Netflix box.
Right.
But now I guess they can just join in and just be like, okay, let's get this. But
yeah, because I mean, it's still and Xbox has been coming down in price a lot. Like the one
that's true
is all the way down. Like on sales right now, it's closer to $300 than it is anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's becoming an affordable box again. Back when it was $500 with a Kinect, like no, sorry, I can't do it. So I think this is gonna be nice. Even like you said, there are still gonna be those people that have to wait. You don't have the early adopters. You don't have the people who are ready to go at the beginning. You're gonna have those late bloomers.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a nice. It's a good gesture. Is the main thing. You know, with a company that's trying to reinvent itself like Microsoft, it's a good gesture.
It's making it easier for everybody.
Right.
Grandma gets me an Xbox 360 for Christmas. Damn, I want an Xbox One.
Right.
And you can still play with your friends.
Still play with your guys.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll keep moving on. Let's see, we had Forza 6 is showing up as an Xbox One exclusive. I thought that looked terrific. They dropped a 4GT from the ceiling.
I thought I was like, that's the new controller for it.
That's your pre-order bonus.
$250,000 vehicle.
Yeah,
as a controller, you just sitting.
$200 pre-order bonus 4GT. And then I like how they, you mentioned it as they started to show the video from the game. This 4GT just starts to take off. And it's like, oh, God has called back the 4GT.
It's like, it was seriously down for what, 5 minutes?
It was.
Cool.
They're like, seriously, right, we can't have a nerd sneeze on it. Like, get it up.
Too close people, everybody's looking at it. I don't know.
From Software, they showed off Dark Souls 3. It was just cutscene. It was a very good, moody cutscene, but there was no gameplay to it. The Division showed up. Very excited for that.
Yeah,
although they're
until next year.
Freaking pushing it out till 2016, exactly.
It was supposed to be done last year.
Now, one thing that I've noticed with a lot of these different games, though, at least with Microsoft games so far, is that particle effects, like that's all they were showing. Like if there was fire, you had these particles going around. And if they were walking through and there was a torch on the wall, particles were coming
It's
out.
big in Witcher 3 as well.
Right.
Yeah, I see it a lot now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially Witcher, you know, where he does his spell and
Yeah.
they're starting to show off the ability of the system.
Yeah.
You know,
they're getting
starting
really in depth with more detail because
right.
we're all used to the same stuff.
Exactly. So I think it's very cool with the way that they're starting to pull that together. So the Division's coming out next year. They showed Rainbow Six Siege, which looked good. More than just the house. They've been showing a house every single time.
Really?
And then this time they're like,
yeah.
here's an airplane. Here was a house. I think they had like a little compound. It was cool. And then you know, some of the stumbling blocks that I kind of saw in the whole conference was started with Motiga, their game Gigantic.
Yeah.
The one that you said, you know,
that one was the ad.
Yeah. So, you know, you turn on your regular game and it starts playing an ad on your mobile phone. This felt like that ad. Like, look at the people. Oh, they're fun. Cartoon based, very cell shaded, and it just, I don't know, it kind of felt clunky.
I think a lot of the gaming companies nowadays know exactly who they have to grasp to, but they still have a different crowd to follow. Like people would die for that one in that pirate game.
Yeah.
That looked very little cartoonish, just like Gigantic.
Yeah.
But it was a story.
The feel was different. So that game, Sea of Thieves, that's an Xbox Rare exclusive, the developer Rare. First person, it was a pirate game, felt very much like Black Flag. And it just looked amazing. Very smooth. It looks to be an MMO. They were showing people running around on the boat, all with their own gamer tag.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's a multiplayer. I feel MMO, or at least Destiny. I feel like a Destiny style MMO.
Yeah, I can see that. Just the world.
Exactly. That, to be honest, Sea of Thieves won as far as game of the Microsoft conference for me.
The game?
I think so. What was your game?
ReCore.
ReCore, really? Even without seeing any gameplay footage? Okay, so ReCore, again, we didn't see anything from it, but you're right. It did have a very, very cool trailer behind it. You got to see, I got kind of a Beyond Good and Evil feel from it.
There's probably all my favorite games kind of put into one. There's that Borderlands feel. I thought it was Destiny in the beginning in the trailer.
Right.
And just those two itself is like, okay, done. But just like what ideas you get from what the trailer was showing, it's like, okay, well, this thing is dead. Let me put my companion into this thing. And it was just a giant. I'm like, okay, this. And then at the end they showed all the companions. I'm like, oh man.
It was neat.
I think that's going to be... When does that come out this year? Is that
ReCore, let's see. I don't know if they had anything on it as far as the date.
I just wrote ReCore.
I know. I think I put the name was ReCore. No,
that was early on, but
I might have tweeted it out or something and had the date.
I hope it's early or this year. No matter what, I'm getting the whole month of November off.
Oh yeah.
Like I think I save up all my vacation time just for November.
Right.
Yeah.
And just saving up money for it. So, then they had, then they showed the indie developers. They had their part of the conference. So they showed a lot of cool, very
ID?
quick, ID at Xbox. The big one that I thought looked really neat was Tacoma, from the creators of Gone Home.
Yeah, that was the last one they showed, right?
Yes.
I believe it was, yeah.
Yep, and so that was the one where they're on a spaceship. Trying to...
That was a silent.
Trying to find... Yeah, it was pretty cool. They show at one point one of the girls or the main character goes to open a door, and to do their password is sign language, which obviously this is not sign language. A, B, C, D is sign language. But it was a neat little thing there, and I don't know why. I mean, it looks like they got holograms, but I guess if you're on a space station, you need a hologram out a password. The sign language would be the best way.
That's true.
So.
Plus, sound doesn't travel in space.
Right. Well, in the space station, because there's air.
Or they're float.
True. Who knows? Let's see. They showed. Oh, and then the one that I dug a lot from ID at Xbox, the indie developers, was Cuphead.
Oh,
that was so cool.
That was fun. That was the sleeve guy.
Yeah. I took the screenshot of it just to put on here. The guy from Cuphead was on stage, and one of his sleeves is like, I'm trying to get the camera here, like that much longer than the other sleeve.
That was the first thing I was like,
his sleeve.
Yeah, sleeves are different. It's like, what? Yeah, that had like old school Mickey Mouse cartoon, like Toontown feel.
Yeah,
but
like you said, like old school, like the old like 1940s Steamboat Willie style,
exactly.
Cartoon. And I mean 1080p. It was 60 frames per second, obviously. It was just a bullet hell game.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really jumped into independent games.
Right.
Like, I think Super Meat Boy.
Okay.
I tried a little bit, but that looked like something I definitely.
It had a Contra feel to it.
Yeah.
If Mickey Mouse was on acid.
Exactly. I was like, this is a trip.
It was very cool.
They're filling it with booze, and it was all updated.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be fun to jump into.
Into what?
Jump into.
HoloLens. Blown away. For anyone watching this, I can't even put into words. Like, I was watching the HoloLens presentation, and I was at a loss. Like, all I kept saying was, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
I'm about to cry.
I felt like I wanted to cry. Like, this was everything that 5-year-old to 27-year-old me has ever wanted. HoloLens really, really brought about augmented reality.
It's history. This is history right here. Like, there's no other words for it. This paves the way for the rest of our lives in video games.
I agree.
It looked amazing too. Like, there was not even any flaw. Like, we were joking, like, it's not gonna work now because it's live.
Yeah.
No.
How many
shut us down with that? That's.
How many conferences have we seen where all of a sudden video stops working?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed did it. Remember Black Flag?
I was like,
when he jumps off the boat and all of a sudden, the whole thing just goes to hell. Like, we were sure. We're like, this is gonna suck.
Because of all that work that has to go into it. Like, no one's ever heard of it.
Right.
Everybody's thinking it, everybody wanted it, but nobody's ever heard of anybody trying. So Microsoft's just like...
And for them, not only... The big thing that really got me, that truly impressed me, was not the fact that they were showing it like, oh, here's what you can do, but that they built a HoloLens that they could put on the camera itself. So on the camera that was watching everything go on stage, they put a HoloLens on it.
So we can see
and we could see what was happening.
And when they showed, like, without it,
yeah,
and the guy was just like...
Just a blank table.
That's when I was like, oh...
And then they're showing what he sees, and he sees this huge Minecraft castle in front of him, and he can move it and change it and do what he wants.
He can see everything, and he can actually interact, too, and that was huge.
Yes.
Amazing.
HoloLens, hands down, won the Microsoft conference for me. Nothing has...
I think it won the conference in general.
I think so, too. I'm so excited for the rest of the conference just to be like, who can beat HoloLens? Who can do the impossible? Who can bring the Cinderella story?
And they were first, too, so it's like, usually... Oh, they're always usually first, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Watch the microphone.
Sorry.
Gotta be in it.
Yeah.
Nothing in gaming has ever impressed me as much as HoloLens did.
Even if it was just Minecraft.
Yeah. Even if it was just Minecraft.
This goes beyond gaming.
Yeah. The applications for it, I mean, we could do an entire couple hours worth of video on the applications you could do with HoloLens. It's the future. I hope that it does not get put by the wayside or forgotten like Google Glass did, because this is something special and it needs to be treated as such.
I'm not sure how people aren't freaking out about this.
Yeah. We at the end we're watching that little bit on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well Hololens is kind of cool."
Yeah,
like,
I give Microsoft a B.
It's the coolest thing of
You guys
all time.
realize this is just okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna be talking from like 10 years from now. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when Hololens came out. While we're just
yeah. Here's your
living in
hologram,
the
sir.
TV.
We got a few more minutes here. We went long. It's gonna be about half an hour, but enjoy it. Hopefully.
Oh.
What? Which one? Mods? For what? For Fallout or for?
In general, everybody's mods that are on PC now goes to Xbox 360 through Microsoft.
Right. Was that just for Fallout?
That was for. Oh, was it for?
I think it was just for Fallout, but even then, it's a big start. They were talking about just for more. I don't think so. So, but that's a good point because Fallout.
Then.
No. It's still a good point because Fallout 4 did show up, and with them bringing out Windows 10 here soon, and they're going to be making it on Xbox One. They made a point to say any and all mods that are made on Windows 10 for the Xbox are now going to be able to be played on Xbox One.
What happened to Windows 9?
I think they were just like, oh dear God, let's get out of this. I think I might have said it wrong. Any mods that are made for the Fallout version on Windows 10, any that can be played on the computer, can be moved and played on Xbox One.
You said it right the first
time. Did I? Okay,
yeah.
good.
So
I just wanted to make sure because it's such a big point and it's really, really cool.
I think Xbox is jumping into the PC game, which a lot of the Master Race people, PC Master Race, are gonna not like us anymore.
Well,
they already don't like consoles.
Right.
But we're just like, hey, what's up?
Yep.
Let's get the mods.
Let's
get Daisy over here. Let's get some Tom Clancy. Thank you.
Well, and again, for a company that's trying to reinvent itself, this is the way to do it.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, make everyone included. That's awesome. We got a few more minutes here. Gears of War. They showed their definitive edition, so they're bringing all the first 3 plus Retribution.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing all 4 of those to Xbox One, remastered. And Gears of War 4. Brand new characters. Looks like a brand new storyline.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I've always been a big Gears fan. I didn't play the last ones.
You didn't play the last ones, but you like. Oh, I see what you're saying.
From the beginning, the very first one, I remember.
I played the first 3.
Down on that one.
Yeah.
I like to play religiously until I'm the best. And then if there's somebody that's just like can't get past, I just stop playing in general. I'm not a sore loser. I just like to win every time.
Right. And no one else can win.
Nope.
The graphics were great. Again, particle effects.
Yep.
You know, they were showing that storm out in the distance, and it felt real.
Yep.
Like it was very cool. And the last one I've got, because I forgot about it, Holiday 2015, Xbox One, timed exclusive, Rise of the Tomb Raider. They showed it off. It looked great, but quick time heavy. I saw a lot of quick time events in there. You would move about 10 feet and then cutscene, and move another 10 feet and cutscene, and then we're gonna jump and QTE, and we're gonna jump a bit more and QTE.
Was that live? Was that gameplay?
That was all gameplay they were doing there.
Okay, I thought it was like. Yeah, never mind then. Yeah, you're right. Go on.
Yeah, and so it looks great. Tomb Raider was one of my favorite games. I thought it was a spectacular reboot. I thought the characters and the story was very cool, and I thought the gameplay in general was really neat. I hope to see more out of Rise of the Tomb Raider because from what we saw before, I mean, it was an opening story mission, I guess. So
yeah.
It would kind of look like that.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how the first one was in Tomb Raider.
I thought it was just a movie. Could you imagine if it was serious?
Yeah.
It's like, I was kidding, guys.
Yeah, sorry. So, all right, we went 30 minutes on that review.
Yeah, 15, 30, either way.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
All right, well, hey, everyone, thank you for watching. As you can see here, you can find us at mancavebroadcast.com. We got a podcast. Hell, you know what? We'll go ahead and put this audio up as a podcast as well. We're going to be running a few more reviews throughout the next 2 days. We're going to be doing EA, Sony, Square Enix, PC Gaming Show, all of that. So check back with us here frequently, subscribe down below, and guess we'll see you in the next video, right?
See you guys there.
I'm Shane Murphy. This is Eric Velez. Catch us at ManCaveBroadcast.com. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.